So hello and welcome to another video, and today we are going to explain the application exploits part 2. So before starting the okay 1 minute before starting the video, I'm going to declare you something, that my voice is not good today. Okay, so there might be chances that you will not able to understand a lot of things, but yeah, I'm trying my best to do it. Please adjust with me. My voice is a little bit not good today. I'm having a cold, so yeah. But today my our topic is the application exploits part 2. So let's just talk about it. Whatever is happening, okay, acha, because of this. 1 minute. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. Let's just talk about it right now. So we already talked about the SQL injection previous day. Okay, yesterday we already talked about it. So today our main topic is these type of authentication attacks, and also I'm going to show you one particular lab, which is the IDOR lab. Okay, the first thing is credential brute forcing. So the credential brute forcing means the offline cracking, or basically also it can be done by the John the Ripper. Okay, it generally can be done by the John the Ripper. You can do it using Hydra too. And then the session hijacking, basically intercepting a session token like a cookie, and try to fake that identity and getting that login or password. That is the kind of thing we call it session hijacking. Then comes the redirect, sending the user to a different site from what they expected. These are the things that generally happen to you, and sometimes in cybercrime department already talked about this kind of things. You will understand this pretty easily. Like you created a phishing page and you run an ad through it, and using the ad, what you done, you redirect the user to another website, which will be a scam website, a free website. These kind of things actually happening. It's a cyber crime, obviously, and it's a lot of things happening right now. Okay, but this is one kind of an attack. You have to stay aware of it. Then comes the default credentials. Most of the things are actually going to connected to the credential part, or the mode of authentication exploits. Means that it's your, sometimes as a user you have to be you have to know about these kind of things. Okay, that always use a hard password, not a weak password. Also weak credentials are also a pretty good pretty big problem. Like in the modern days, there is a password list called rockU.txt also exists, which is 100 MB or 120 MB PDF, you can, sorry, txt file, you can say. Means how many passwords are there, which are the weak credentials. Okay, so a lot of weak credentials like 1 2 3 4 5 password, 3 space 8 spaces. There are actually some of the passwords which are actually weak passwords, and you have to take care of that thing. Okay, then comes the Kerberos exploits. So if I wanted to explain the Kerberos basically is a authentication protocol. Okay, the Kerberos, what happened to Kerberos is that Kerberos store the server's tickets. Okay, it has some tickets, tickets are actually similar to the word ticket is actually pretty relevant here. uh, Imagine the server as a amusement park, okay, and you are a client who are visit or a people or a civilian who is visiting that particular amusement park. So when you are visiting that amusement park, to go into the amusement park you have to need a ticket, right? So what Kerberos does, Kerberos authenticate you as a user and gave you the permission to access that particular server. So this is the authentication protocol for the authentication purpose, that if you are genuine or not, these are the things that are actually going to be important. But when they give you a forged ticket, okay, if you exploit the Kerberos server, you can get unauthorized access to all the resources, to all the servers. So this, and once you get a forged ticket, or once you get a forged forge means fake uh, session token. What happened was, you get the ticket freely for the you get any tickets for entering any server, because you don't need to get those session key again, because you are using Kerberos. So if you have no understanding of Kerberos, then just search it, Google it, research about it, you can get the understanding through it. But there are Kerberos exploit and otherwise which are used for unauthorized access, okay. Now comes the authorization vulnerabilities. So there is something called parameterized pollution or parameter tampering. This is actually attacking the API of an of a URL, okay, attacking the API to the URL and giving it input parameters, and giving it malicious parameters to access a lot of things. You can want which you want to access. This thing was actually pretty relevant long time ago. These are the things actually not relevant today, but IDOR is actually pretty relevant today. And even what is IDOR, if I want to explain, IDOR is basically mistakes in an API, okay, mistakes in an API that can allow the user to access controls and access resources of data, okay, resources or data. Basically you can change a lot of things, get an access. That's the worst case scenario, you can say. And in chat applications, sometimes why this happen, if I try to explain it in pretty good terms, I already opened a thing called portsugar.net's article. This is actually pretty relevant article, I can say. You can go and check it out for understanding the insecure direct object references, which is the IDOR. It's a pretty relevant vulnerability. One thing I can also explain, that if you go to YouTube and search for IDOR, so we can get this video, which is, I guess the name is Tech Raj, okay. You can get this video. I highly recommend you to watch this video. Why? Because this particular video can actually used for the Instagram purpose. Means this IDOR is actually found in the Instagram a little bit days ago. I don't know the month. It's 2 years ago, okay. But yeah, it's fine when the reels had actually started to getting popular, and plus the reel thumbnails are also getting popular. So what happened was, in through the user of through the IDOR, anyone can actually change the thumbnail of any other else. Okay, so what happened was, I want to, before explaining it, I just want to go through the this article so I can explain you better. So here, insecure direct object dependency is a type of access control vulnerability that arises when an application uses user supplied input to access objects directly. Okay, IDOR, also I also talked about IDOR yesterday in the OWASP top 10. It's also a pretty relevant vulnerability. It's often found in web applications. Okay, basically what happened was, when a website uses static URL to use for an API. Okay, if you are using an API and you are using a particular static URL to update the URL API every time, so what happened was, most of the times it can be the IDOR vulnerability can be found within it, because the IDOR vulnerability uses also similar to the parameter tampering. It uses to exploit within the parameters, and you can change the value to access different products or different data. So what happened here in the Instagram was like, imagine, I'm just guessing, I'm just creating a fake Instagram API for thumbnail IDOR. Okay, let's just say you have an API called https hyphen slash instagram.com, then API slash version 1 slash uploads, let's just say uploads slash let's just call it thumbnails, then calls reels, then let's just don't call reels. Right here there will be a lot of big numbers. Okay, maybe this is particularly called the reels ID. Okay, and then let's just say thumbnail ID, where you can say thumbnail ID, and okay, let's just imagine this is the way the Instagram uses the API. I don't know the API, this is just an assumption, just an I created this custom API. I'm just creating it for the purpose of learning. So when you are creating this kind of API, so if I just copy this and let's just say I have a reels ID of 1. Okay, I'm reels ID of 1, and I'm uploading a thumbnail called sample.jpg. Okay, you can say the thumbnail ID, maybe Instagram uses the thumbnail ID. Okay, but I'm just saying that this maybe Instagram has this kind of ID. I'm just for the learning purpose, and you are using the sample.jpg, which will be uploaded from the upload section or your phone. So you uploaded this. Okay, then if I uploaded a reels which has a thumbnail of dog.jpg, and I uploaded this, and in Burp Suite what I did, I just, if this particular if this has insecure IDOR, if this has IDOR, what happened was, if I say the reels ID 1, I don't have access of this, right? I am different user. Okay, someone, let's just say here victim, and let's just say here attacker, and now IDOR attacker. Also this can be done by attacker. So if the IDOR has 1 and I'm uploading, somehow I'm uploading, when I'm uploaded a image called dog jpg. Okay, let's just say sample, whatever, I am just dog jpg, I was uploading the dog jpg. Okay, here I was uploading the dog jpg to 2, and in the bub suite, okay, in the using the bub suite, I'm just change the, somehow I just change this to 1, and the dog jpg, if this securely updates, okay, means here right now in the victim section there will be no sample.jpg, there will be dog.jpg, because of the IDOR. Okay, you didn't have the permission to upload it, but you uploaded it and it worked. So this is what we call IDOR. Why this happened? Because Instagram uses this particular single static application for dynamic work, dynamic API, right? So this is what happened. To see this in action, this happens in the chat applications too. Like if you are using this kind of static, this is an example, he's just given an example that it uses a static API or URL to always download a particular file, something like that. So if I change this value, like if I copy this and if I just I'm downloading the 12144.txt right now, but if I change this value to 24 or something like that, so, or additionally, or if it's correct, so why this is said, what it will throw, it will throw an error that it's unauthorized, authorized. But if it has IDOR, okay, if it's had IDOR, what will happen, that 144 will get downloaded. So in the IDOR case it will going to happen. Understandable? So let's just do a lab for it to get a more better understanding. I already sorted it, I'm going to show you another time. Okay, so let's just wait for a moment to the website to start. For that, just start our burp. Okay, if you don't know how to use burp, okay, I generally want to recommend you to learn it from somewhere. Otherwise I'm going to make a video on it to for learning the burp suite. You can learn it from anywhere. Okay, so let's just go to the website first. And what is the main objective? The objective is this lab stores user chat logs directly on the server's file system and retrieves them using a static URL. Solve the lab by finding the password for the user Carlos. Okay, we have to find the password for Carlos. So what happened was, this file logs the chat. Okay, what is log? Log is basically what can I say, it's the kind of in YouTube what happened was, your history was there, right? You search something and the history was there. It's more like a history that you search this or that. This is kind of the thing. Okay, but then when you go to the login section, let's just go to the live chat section. There's a live chat. Let's just say hello, send. My 5-year-old doesn't ask many questions from you. Okay, then what? I'm just typing something and it's just saying something nonsense. But there is something called view transcript. Okay, when you view transcript, you will see that one file got downloaded. Just don't look this. Achha. If I download this file again, a 3.txt, a file named 3.txt got downloaded, right? So if I transcript again, you can see that 4.txt got downloaded, and somehow the first file was 2.txt. It has this kind of logs which I already downloaded. Logs are simply like that. You can see that there are br means the HTML file got downloaded. So how I understand that a single static URL is using, you can say that here there is a chat named this, and when you type view transcript, this folder has 5.txt, right? So if you go to the request, if I download it again, and if I go here and type 1.txt, the 1.txt already got downloaded, right? So what happened was, I downloaded this 1.txt. I'm just saying why I downloaded this 1.txt, if you may ask, because there you can see the 2.txt is the first. When I downloaded this for the first time, the txt file which was downloaded was 2.txt. That means most of the, it's just, sometimes it's common sense that maybe 1.txt has something to do because you are doing it. And here you can see already had the password. So my password is this. Okay, if I just copy it, then I don't know why it's not copy. Okay, I copied it, and if I go to my accounts and name Carlos, because we already told that there is a username .carlos, and if I say password is this and login, we solve the lab. So no need to do the burp thing, but you can do it in burp too. It will be a lot easier in burp. Like if you do this, and if I just log out from it and go to the live chat section and just copy it, go to burp browser, and I just paste it right here. So hello, if I just go here and in the proxy section, if I just turn on the intercept and click on the view transcript and forward this, here you can see the 7.txt is got downloaded. But if I download one and forward this again, the disk, and before the disconnect message I'm going to do this again, and here is the 1.txt downloaded and similar results. Okay, so this is what we called IDOR, and this is one kind of an example of IDOR. So yeah, so this is the whole of it. I'm going to talk about the XSS and other attacks tomorrow. So thanks for watching.